Kiki. Welcome to my unboxing of Gourd video.
It's a squash, not a gourd.
So it is unclear what this is. It is what they call a volunteer, in that it came up voluntarily in the middle of the yard where we definitely didn't plant it. We don't know what it is.
It's clearly some sort of hybrid from the things we planted last year, because what is this even? But
other than that, your guess is as good as ours. My prediction is that it's a spaghetti squash hybrid. Fuuma, you have a different prediction?
I do. I think it is a pumpkin hybrid. So Kiki is expecting the flesh to have that stringy quality that a spaghetti squash has, whereas I'm expecting it to have kind of a thin, maybe this big rind that's going to be more orange. Though I don't know how orange, because that's a pretty anemic looking outside color. So.
But it may also be some kind of acorn squash hybrid.
Yeah, we did plant that.
We did plant that.
And it could be a butternut squash hybrid too, so who knows?
We don't.
We'll find out when we break into it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to cut the top off. And then we are going to roast it. So let's see.
Uh-oh, it's hard squash.
It is hard squash.
You use the tip, not the back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is a lot.
You might want to just cut it in half long ways then.
I might, yeah.
It's looking harder than we expected.
Ooh, this is much harder than I expected. I'm going to need some leverage.
With a lot of effort, this squash was much harder than expected. The gourd might be more accurate since it's very hard fleshed. It turns out on the inside, it doesn't appear to have the spaghetti striations to it. It does appear to have a solid flesh. But the solid flesh is a very pale, like light yellow, almost white color.
Which is more like a spaghetti squash.
Yeah, it's colored like a spaghetti squash, but the rind is more what we'd expect from a pumpkin, thickness-wise. So, amusingly, me and Kiki have both called it a little bit. Now we're going to scrape out the insides, and then we will roast it and cook it, and then we'll see what it actually tastes like, and then we will know. So
come back when we have a cooked gourd.
Yeah. Here is our cooked squash. It was cooked at 400 for about 2 hours. It does look a little stringy inside, so it might be a spaghetti squash.
It has been spent a little while in the refrigerator. I have put a little bit of salt. I've reheated it, put a little bit of salt and some butter on it.
This is after she roasted it.
After it's roasted. And so now we're going to taste it. It
didn't flake like a spaghetti squash quite, but it almost did, right?
Yeah, it's definitely got kind of a... Yeah, it's got kind of a little bit of a...
shreddy
stringiness to it.
But not really.
So I'm going to taste it and we're going to see. And everybody gets to watch my face as I try this thing that is also boiling lava hot.
Is it just... Oh, is it bad?
It's got a very slight bitter aftertaste, which means we probably waited a little long to cook it. But it's not bad. It's obviously very plain, and it's definitely got like a squash consistency. So
it just tastes like that, because spaghetti squash tastes like kind of nothing. I mean, the texture is really what makes it spaghetti squash. Mm-hmm. So it tastes like some sort of spaghetti squash hybrid nothingness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we're both happy being like, this was a spaghetti squash / pumpkin hybrid.
I think that's an acceptable thing. It definitely doesn't have the like nuttiness that I would expect an acorn or a pumpkin to have.
Yeah, doesn't have that richness.
Orange flavor. Yeah, it doesn't have any of that. It definitely is just like
nothing,
which is more like what a spaghetti squash I would expect to taste like. So I think spaghetti squash pumpkin hybrid is correct. So we both get points. Yay!
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Good game.